Day 1. You land at Tbilisi International Airport at 8:45 a.m. on a Tuesday. The Bolt taxi to your apartment in Vera costs $8. Your first Georgian breakfast, scrambled eggs, sulguni cheese, shoti bread fresh from the clay oven, cherry jam, costs $2.80 at the cafe on the ground floor of your building. You open your laptop. Your monthly rent, $480. Your coworking membership, $90. Your monthly food budget, $200. Your total, under $1,300 a month. One of the most genuinely fascinating cities in the entire Caucasus. That is your number. This is the 9 to 5 Itineraries Tbilisi breakdown for 2026. Visa logistics, real cost numbers, a 7-day working itinerary, neighborhood by neighborhood analysis, and the honest assessment of what's changed and what's still worth it. Chapter 1. The visa situation. Why 365 days changes the calculation. Let's start with the number that defines Tbilisi as a working travel destination. 365. Citizens of over 90 countries, including the United States, all EU member states, the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and Japan, enter Georgia visa-free for eligible passports for up to 365 days. No application form, no embassy fee, no bank statements, no proof of onward travel required. You present a valid passport at immigration, and you are legally permitted to remain in the country for a full year. For context, because context matters here. The Schengen zone gives most non-EU visitors 90 days per 180-day window. Thailand, 30 days with a 60-day extension possible, but increasingly bureaucratic. Bali, 30 days renewable once, visa run required for longer stays. Malaysia's digital Nomad visa. Up to 12 months but requires proof of minimum monthly income and a substantial application process. Georgia. 365 days passport only. That one policy removes the most stressful variable from long-term travel planning entirely. You can sign a 6-month lease without anxiety. You can commit to a project with a full-year runway. You can stop counting down days and start actually living in a place. No other European or Caucasian country offers this combination of access, cost, and quality at the same level in 2026. Chapter 2. Cost Breakdown 2026 Numbers. Most content about Tbilisi is working from 2022 or 2023 data. Those numbers are outdated. Here is the 2026 reality by category. Accommodation. Vera neighborhood, modern 1-bedroom apartment, short-term lease, $500 to $700 per month. Solalaki Old Town, atmospheric 1-bedroom short-term, $600 to $800 per month. 6-month direct lease negotiated with landlord. Vera or Solalaki $380 to $550 per month. Suburtalo budget 1-bedroom, any lease length, $280 to $400 per month. Facebook groups Tbilisi expats and Tbilisi apartments are the best sourcing tools. Avoid Airbnb for stays longer than 2 weeks. Direct is 20 to 30% cheaper. Food. Full meal at local Georgian restaurant, King Kali main wine $4 to $7. King Kali per piece 30 to 50 cents. Order 12 minimum. Algerian khachapuri, cheese bread boat with egg $2.50 to $3.50. Fresh shoti bread from bakery, 30 cents. Specialty coffee at a third wave cafe, $2 to $3. Georgian natural wine glass at a wine bar, $4 to $8. Monthly food budget eating 80% local with occasional cafe work, $150 to $280. CO working and internet. Fabrika, converted Soviet factory, best atmosphere $90 to $110 per month, or $15 per day pass. Impact hub, professional, central location 1. Do not drive in Tbilisi city center. Traffic rules are loosely enforced and the driving culture is genuinely chaotic. Monthly transport budget, $40 to $80. Total monthly budgets. Lean budget, Suburtalo apartment, local food, cafe work $820 to $1,050. Standard comfortable, Vera apartment, mixed dining, co-working $1,050 to $1,350. Quality of life premium, Solalaki, premium co-working, weekend travel $1,500 to $2,000. Chapter 3. The 7-day working itinerary. Here is a practical first week structured for someone arriving to work and explore simultaneously. Day 1, arrival and setup. Land at Tbilisi International. Bolt to accommodation. Pick up a Magdi or GeoCell SIM at the airport. 10 gigabytes for $5 to $8, monthly unlimited plans at $15 to $20. Walk the Old Town in the afternoon. Solalaki, the Chardin Street pedestrian strip, Abano-Tabani Sulphur Bath District. Dinner at any local Georgian restaurant. Budget for the day, $18. Day 2, first full work day. Morning Fabrica coworking space. Purchase a day pass at $15 or negotiate a weekly rate. Excellent Wi-Fi, multiple work zones, courtyard cafe. Afternoon. Continue work through lunch at the on-site cafe. Evening. Narikala Fortress for the best panoramic view of Tbilisi at sunset. No entrance fee. Budget $22. Day 3 deep work, first wine. Full work day at coworking or from your apartment. Evening. Wine bar in Vera neighborhood. Order a glass of Rakutsiteli or Georgian amber wine styles that exist nowhere else in quite this form. Budget $24. Day 4, cultural half day. Morning work session. Afternoon. Sulphur baths in Abano-Tabani. A private cabin for two. $15 to $25 for 90 minutes, towels and soap included. This has been Tbilisi's defining experience for visitors since the city's founding. Do not skip it. Evening. Dinner at a restaurant that serves a full Georgian table. Multiple small dishes, wine, bread. Budget $40. Day 5, Mskita day trip. Marshrutka, public minibus. From the Duduk bus station to Mskita, 50 cents each way. 20 minutes. Mskita is Georgia's ancient capital and UNESCO World Heritage Site. Jvari Monastery and Svetitskuveli Cathedral are among the most important religious sites in the Caucasus. Return by early afternoon, work through the evening. Budget $12. Day 6, Kakheti Wine Region. Join a group day tour to the Kakheti Valley. $40 to $60 including transport, winery visit, and lunch. Alternatively, rent a car through a local agency at around $30 to $35 for the day. The scenery, vineyards between mountain ranges, centuries-old stone monasteries, is extraordinary. Family wineries in Signaji and Tel Aviv offer tastings at no cost or minimal cost. Return to Tbilisi by early evening. Budget $55. Day 7, market and departure prep. Morning work. Afternoon. Dry Bridge Flea Market for Soviet-era objects, Georgian ceramics, and local art. Then Chardin Street for Churchkilla, the traditional walnut and grape juice candy strung on strings, and spices. Final dinner. Budget $30. Total 7-day budget excluding accommodation, $201. Chapter 4. Neighborhoods Practical Guide. Solalaki. Best atmosphere. Wooden balconies, narrow lanes, UNESCO architecture. Premium pricing for the postcard experience. Best for a first month or short stays. Find longer-term rentals via Facebook, not Airbnb. Vera. Best for working long-term. Quieter. Parks. Higher cafe density. Most co-working spaces within 15 minutes walking. This is the correct answer for stays of 1 month or more. Suburtalo. Best for budget. More Soviet in character. Cheaper rents consistently. Good metro access. Less photographable but fully functional. Correct if Tbilisi is a logistical base while you travel the wider country. Vake. Upmarket, leafy, more Western in feel. Higher rents. Good options for longer stays if premium comfort is the priority. Chapter 5. Practical Logistics. Arriving. Turkish Airlines from Istanbul. Most common connection from Europe and Asia. 2.5 hours. Fly Dubai from Dubai, 3 hours. Best option from Southeast Asia. Direct routes also available from Riga, Warsaw, Vienna, and several other cities. Return flights from most European hubs. $150 to $300. SIM card. Magti or GeoCell. Available at the airport. Buy on arrival. APPS. Bolt, Taxi, Yango Taxi, Zavnili, Metro top-up and route planning. Banking. Georgian ATMs accept Visa and MasterCard universally. Revolut and Wise work well and avoid conversion fees. The Georgian lari is stable. Exchange at banks or ATMs, never at airport exchange counters. Language. Georgian script Mkedrili is entirely unique and you will not be able to read it. English is spoken reliably in tourist areas, cafes, co-working spaces, and most accommodation. Russian is widely spoken but is a sensitive subject. Do not assume Georgian locals prefer it. Internet. Reliable. Most apartments have 50 to 100 megabits per second fiber. Co-working space is consistently at that level or higher. The occasional cafe will be slower. Test before committing your working hours. Chapter 6. What has changed? The honest assessment. Prices are up. Most guides quoting Tbilisi as a sub-$1,000 city are working from 2021 or 2022 data. The correct 2026 number for a comfortable life is $1,100 to $1,300. That is still exceptional value relative to most alternatives, but it is not the outlier it once was. The social atmosphere requires awareness. The large influx of Russian nationals following 2022 has created a complicated social dynamic that visitors encounter. Georgia's relationship with Russia, historically, politically, and currently, is not simple. Be curious and respectful, particularly in conversation. Infrastructure outside the center is inconsistent. Tbilisi's core neighborhoods are walkable and well-served. Step outside that radius and sidewalks, services, and general urban polish decline sharply. The discovery premium is gone. The specialty coffee, the boutique hotels, the Instagram density, it is all there now. Tbilisi is no longer undiscovered. What it is: genuinely affordable, genuinely interesting, and genuinely livable in a way that still justifies the trip. Close. Here is the bottom line for 2026. If your comparison is Lisbon, Tbilisi is cheaper, less saturated, and considerably more culturally distinct. If your comparison is Bali, Tbilisi is comparable in cost with a year's visa instead of 30 days, and a completely different cultural context. If your comparison is any Western European city, Tbilisi is not comparable, it is a fraction of the cost. The visa-free for eligible passports 365-day policy alone makes this a city that deserves a serious look from anyone working remotely. The food, the wine, the architecture, and the cultural depth make it worth the flight. The budget template with all 2026 numbers is in the description. Download it before you book. Subscribe for the next city breakdown. We cover one underrated destination every week, with the actual numbers, not the aspirational ones.